And let's address the communist part first. You see, East Palestine, Ohio, you probably remember the name. Lord willing, you remember what happened to them, this terrible train wreck with this horrible chemicals. Remember, we saw the pictures of the fires and the waters and the people complaining about the side effects, and there's all this crap in the ground. And, Joe Biden was asked about visiting there.
I said in March that you would go to East Palestine, Ohio. You came here. How come you haven't gone to East Palestine yet?
Well, I haven't had the occasion to go to East Palestine. There's a lot going on here, and I just haven't been able to break. I was thinking whether I'd go to East Palestine this week, but I then was reminded I've got to go literally around the world.
Literally. Of course, he had to throw that one in there. I'm just going to let that go for now. Literally around the world. Just hasn't had time, So what are you looking at here? Well, first, you're looking at two different things. We always have to remember we're looking at two different things when we look at Joe Biden, when we hear Joe Biden speak. We are looking at a cadaver, an old, corrupt, very mean, kind of soulless person that he's been for years. Long before the dementia, he's that way. So we're looking at this old kind of cadaver that's very, very mean and soulless. And there's not a lot going on inside. So he's really just the people behind him, the full-blown communists behind him who control him. That's a lot of what you see from Joe Biden. So a lot of it is just an old kind of mean jerk. But then there's the communists behind him that I just addressed. Their words mostly coming out of his mouth whenever he can speak. Why hasn't Joe Biden been to East Palestine? Went right to Ohio. He went right to Hawaii. No East Palestine. Why? Hawaii had this terrible wildfire. The president went. That's good. East Palestine has something equally terrible. Nothing. Why? Well, you may be confused as to why, because you have values. You have a value system as a person. And like we've talked about many times, it's a natural thing. It's what human beings do. You've taken your values and you've projected those values onto other people. So if you were president, you would go to what? Both places. Of course. Well, there's a disaster in East Palestine. You have a heart for those people. You would go see them. Oh, there's a disaster in Maui. You have a heart for those people. You would go see them. But you've made a mistake. Not that you're a bad person. You just made a mistake. You assigned, once again, your values to the communist. The communist who doesn't share your values at all. You see Ohio and Hawaii. You see downtrodden people in Hawaii and downtrodden people in Ohio. And you have a heart for both, but the communist doesn't see it that way. The communist sees friends and enemies. And that's his entire existence. Remember, because it is his religion. It's not his political ideology. He's not a Democrat. He doesn't lean left. He's not a progressive. He's a communist. It's his religion. It's his whole existence. Everything in his life is simply about friends and enemies. If you're Joe Biden and you find out there's a terrible train derailment in Ohio, a bunch of people are dying, suffering, it's horrible, you don't immediately get a heart for the people. You immediately do this. Hey, somebody bring me the numbers for Ohio. You pull up the numbers for that area and you say, oh man, East Palestine, wow, overwhelmingly they voted for Trump. What do we care, huh? We're not going there. That's how the communist looks at things. And same thing for Hawaii. Oh no, there was something bad in Hawaii. Hey, bring me the numbers. Hold on, let me see. Hawaii voted Democrat 2-1. Hey, gas up the jet. We're going to Hawaii. We got allies that need some attention. This is what we've become. When you're a nation run by communists, this is what we've become.
For too long, we've been led to believe that communism is a thing of the past. But the truth is, communism is alive. It's here, and it's infiltrating every aspect of American life. Introducing the Anti-Communist Manifesto by Jesse Kelly, the practical guide for patriots ready to defend our nation from its most dangerous enemy. Discover the shocking extent of communist infiltration in our education system, their alliance with American corporations, and the twisted truth behind environmentalism. This eye-opening book exposes the true face of communism and empowers you to fight back. Join the fight for freedom. Pre-order your copy of the Anti-Communist Manifesto today by going to jessekelleybook.com.